Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. This is our lecture series number 7 of leadership theories, and in this lecture we'll be studying situational leadership theories. Dear students, as we have already watched different videos, and we know that there are actually three major types of theories. First one is the trait theories, second behavioral theories, and the third one is contingency theory. So yes, situation theory is another of, or either this a normative model of leadership as well. They are actually the part of contingency theories. uh, One important thing about situational theory is that this is the first ever theory that focuses on followers. I mean, we've been getting over or watching different theories or the theories which we have already gone through. I mean, you might be noticing that their major focus is on leadership behavior. But this is the first one that is looking deep into the behavior of followers. Dear students, as we discussed in our previous slides, that this theory, situational theory, focuses more on followers. You know that no one can become a leader without followers. And what thing is most important is the followers' readiness. But as a matter of fact, when we look into the situational theory actually focuses on the characteristics of followers as the most important element of the situation, and consequently, it determines how the leader should act in the future. Situational leadership theory was proposed by the two educationalists named Paul Hersey and Ken Blanchard, and they actually developed it while working on management of organizational behavior. The theory was first introduced in 1969 as life cycle theory of leadership. So, students, this leadership style refers to those leaders who adopt different leadership styles according to the situation. The most important thing is the situation. The leader looks deep into the situation and then decides what sort of leadership he or she should adopt. The development level of the team members, not only the situation, but he or she looks at the followers, what is their level, and what is their level, that is what we will discuss later. It is an effective way of leadership because it adapts to the team needs. I mean, you look at your team, whether your team is willing to work or not, what is actually the level of readiness among your team members. So the leader decides as per the potentials and readiness of the followers. The situational theory the situational leadership theory focuses on the characteristics of followers. That is what we have already discussed, and we said that this is the most important part. This is what makes it entirely different from other leadership theories. Paul Hershey and Ken Blanchard, the two experts, actually establish two basic levels of leadership behavior. The very first one is management, and second one is support. So what is management? The managerial behavior of leader. So when we say management, it means that what is the managerial behavior of a leader is, and what is it's focused on the definition of task, then what, when, and how to perform them is established. I mean, it all depends on the leader focus on the task and how to achieve that task. And then support, this is on the part of actually the followers. The supportive behavior is focused on the team development with emphasis on the participation of all members It provides cohesion and motivates people. So let's see what is the basic philosophy behind this situational leadership style. Now we know that subordinates or followers vary in ability and readiness. I mean, their abilities and their readiness to work is different. You know, human beings, there is subjectivity in them. People with low task readiness, I mean, now their ability or training or insecurity, that might be a cause. So you would have to deal them in a different leadership style than those people who have got very high readiness and have good ability and skill. As I told you earlier, that situational leadership style is very much close to the fielder's contingency leadership style, but there is a very big difference between these two. You know, in Fiedler's contingency leadership model, the underlying assumption is that leadership style is hard to change. But in Hershey and Blanchard, situational leadership model suggests that successful leaders do adjust their styles looking at their followers' abilities and their willingness to work. The situational leadership model views leaders are varying their emphasis on task and relationship behavior to best deal with different level of followers maturity, and that is what we would see in the next slide. So in a nutshell, we can say that this model focuses on the fit of leadership style and followers maturity. Here you see that this has been given in a graphical form. Along with the x-axis, you can see the task behavior of the leader. It ranges from low to high along with x-axis. You can also see that we also give the task behavior to be very high, moderate, and low. Similarly, along the y-axis, you would say it also starts from low and reaches to high. And this is actually the y-axis is on supportive behavior. That is why we say leadership behavior. So from that you see, if there is high relationship and low task, you would say this is participating style. If there is high task and high relationship, you would say selling style. If there would be high task and low relationship, it would be telling style. And the S4, which is low relationship and low task, that would be actually delegating style. Now I'll let you know what does this all mean. In the next slide you would understand all those things. अब देखते हैं कि what is this telling style, or what does the leader tells. The telling style is directive approach that reflects a high concern for task. काम की तरफ ज़्यादा लीडर चाहता है काम ज़्यादा हो, and low concern for people and relationship. The main function demanded for a leader is to lead and make decision. In order to do so successfully while encouraging and motivating our team, it is essential that the instructions you give to your colleagues are clear and concise. इसीलिए याद रखिए, वो लीडर जो टेलिंग स्टाइल पे होता है वो डायरेक्शनल स्टाइल अपनाता है, वो डायरेक्शंस देता है, उसको पता है कि लोगों ने इस तरह से काम नहीं करना. The second is selling style, or let's study what does the leader sell. The selling style is based on a high concern for both relationship and task. Leader relationship और task दोनों पे बहुत ज़्यादा फोकस करता है. The leader provides task instruction and personal support and explain decisions and gives the followers a chance to ask decisions and gain clarity about work task. याद रखिए कि वो काम के मामले में भी और उनके मोटिवेशन को बढ़ाने, दोनों मामलात में वो बड़ा काम कर रहा होता है, इसीलिए हम कहते हैं ये हाई टास्क ओरिएंटेड लीडरशिप स्टाइल होगा, क्योंकि इसमें द फाइनल डिसीजन इज अप टू द लीडर्स, बट थैंक्स टू दोज क्वेश्चन ही इन्वॉल्व्स द होल टीम, teaching them to think and discern. Participative style, or what does leader advises? The participating style is characterized by high relationship and low task behavior. The leader encourages participation, consults with followers, and facilitates decision making. When this stage is reached, leadership provides opportunities for the team to discuss and exchange views as well as different perspectives, thus in enriching the collaborative process. इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि इस किस्म का जो स्टाइल होता है उस वो पार्टिसिपेटिव लीडरशिप स्टाइल ज़्यादा बेहतर रहता है. Delegating style and what the leaders delegates. The delegating style reflects a low concern for both task and leaders relationship. यहाँ लीडर को इतनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती कि काम कैसे होगा और वो लोगों का लेवल ऑफ मोटिवेशन क्या होगा जो उसके सबऑर्डिनेट्स हैं. This leader provides a little direction and support because complete responsibility for decision and their implementation is turned ओवर टू द फॉलोअर्स. यहाँ फॉलोअर्स बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हैं, काम भी करना चाहते हैं. दैट इज वाई वो काम डेलीगेट करता है. दैट इज वाई वी कॉल इट इज ए डेलीगेटिव leadership style, and the leader would do what, that he would delegates responsibilities to colleagues and respect their way of carrying out the task, interested to them and the decisions they make. Let's see an important thing. When to use what style? The essence of Hershey and Blanchard situational theory is for the leaders to diagnose a follower's readiness and select a style that is appropriate for readiness level. The leader would see कि उसके जो सबॉर्डिनेट्स या फॉलोअर्स हैं उनका काम करने के लिए रेडीनेस लेवल क्या है. अगर कम है तो लीडरशिप स्टाइल कुछ और होगा, और अगर ज़्यादा है तो लीडरशिप स्टाइल बिल्कुल डिफरेंट होगा. नेक्स्ट 4 स्लाइड्स में आपको ये कंसेप्ट बहुत क्लियर हो जाएगा. लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन योर सबऑर्डिनेट्स हैज लो लेवल ऑफ रेडीनेस. व्हेन वन और मोर फॉलोअर्स एग्जिबिट वेरी लो लेवल ऑफ रेडीनेस, तैयार नहीं है काम के लिए, the leader has to use telling style and tell followers exactly what to do, directing them in how to do it and specifying timeliness. अब आप ये नटशेल में कह लीजिए कि फॉलोअर्स आर अनएबल एंड अनविलिंग, ना ही कर सकते हैं ना ही करने की कोई रेडीनेस है. तो लीडर हैज टू टेल एवरीथिंग so that the leaders have to adopt high task orientation. But what if there is a moderate readiness on the part of your subordinates? So what do you do? That followers are unable but willing to work. You go for your selling leadership style of work because you see that they lack certain skills and experience for the job but demonstrate confidence, जो मैंने आगे लिखा है कि willing to work. तो ऐसी सूरत में द लीडर हैज़ टू डायरेक्ट फॉर एवरीथिंग, सो द लीडर्स हैव टू अडॉप्ट डायरेक्शनल लीडरशिप अप्रोच. सो व्हाट इफ द सबऑर्डिनेट्स हैव हाई रेडीनेस? A participating style can be effective when followers have the necessary education, skills and experience but might be insecure in their abilities. थोड़ा विलिंगनेस में मसला हो, तो ऐसी सूरत में व्हाट डू वी डू? दैट फॉलोअर्स आर एबल बट अनविलिंग, सो लीडर्स हैज टू पार्टिसिपेट टू इन्वॉल्व देम इन डिसीजन मेकिंग एंड स्टाइल इज पार्टिसिपेटिव. वो देखता है कि काबिलियत है लेकिन मुख्तलिफ रीज़न की वजह से, स्किल एक्सपर्टीज़ तो है लेकिन इनसिक्योरिटी है, आगे वो काम नहीं करना चाह रहे, तो आप थोड़ा सा पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, उनको इनकरेज करेंगे तो दे वुड वर्क. Very high readiness. What if your subordinates has very high readiness level? The delegating style of leadership can be effectively used when followers have very high levels of ability experience and confidence, but willing to accept responsibility for their own task behavior. अब आप इसे ये ले लीजिए कि जैसे फॉलोअर्स एबल भी हैं, विलिंग भी हैं, तो ऐसी सूरत में लेसेस फेयर लीडरशिप स्टाइल होगा, क्योंकि वो एक दफ़ा डेलीगेट करेगा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज एंड देन दे वुड start doing their work. Now, dear students, I would request to watch that video, Harsh Blanchard Situational Leadership Style. I am sending you the links. I would request you to watch it carefully and then try to understand, and then do ask as many questions as you can. We were supposed to read the second theory, which is very small, but as there would be shortage of time and you would have to concentrate on that thing, I am just finishing this lecture on that place. So here is a task for you. You have gone through all the theories and models, and they were reported with URL links as well. So what you have to do is just to explore, not standardized question for all theories. I would just expect that you would explore through the links one standardized questionnaire and translate it into Urdu. That would be your task. Thank you very much.